In a small village nestled at the foot of a towering mountain, there lived a man named Shenzhen. Shenzhen had endured a lifetime of suffering and pain. He was known throughout the village as the man who could never find peace, for his heart was burdened with sorrow. Shenzhen's journey to pain had begun many years ago, when a terrible accident had taken the life of his beloved wife, Yuki. The weight of that loss was too much for him to bear, and he descended into a deep well of grief. He withdrew from the world, losing his connection with family and friends. His once vibrant spirit had withered, and he was left with a heart heavy as stone. One crisp morning, as Shenzhen walked to the village market, he noticed a crowd gathered around a humble monk named Zenji. The monk spoke with a serene smile, and his eyes seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. Shenzhen, intrigued by the monk's presence, decided to listen to his words. Zenji spoke of inner peace, of the ability to find tranquility even in the midst of the storm. He talked about the nature of suffering and how, through understanding and acceptance, one could transform their pain into peace. Shenzhen, who had carried his grief like a heavy chain, felt a glimmer of hope. He approached Zenji after the gathering and shared his story, his pain, and his longing for peace. Zenji, with a compassionate gaze, invited Shenzhen to become his student. Shenzhen agreed, and his journey from pain to peace began. Under Zenji's guidance, Shenzhen learned to meditate and quiet his racing thoughts. He discovered that his grief was a part of him, but not all of him. He realized that pain was like a passing storm, and just as the storm clouds would eventually dissipate, so too would his suffering. Days turned into weeks, and Shenzhen's heart slowly began to lighten. He practiced mindfulness and found solace in the simplicity of life, the rustling leaves, the babbling brook, and the laughter of children. The mountains, once a symbol of his sorrow, became his sanctuary. One day, while meditating in a serene grove, Shenzhen had an epiphany. He understood that pain was not the enemy, it was a teacher. It had taught him the depths of his own soul, the fragility of life, and the importance of cherishing every moment. With this realization, Shenzhen's heart felt a profound transformation. The heavy stone that had weighed him down for so long had turned into a vessel of peace. Shenzhen continued to live in the village, but he was no longer the man he once was. He radiated tranquility and wisdom. He became a source of inspiration for others who sought to find peace in the midst of their own pain. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Shenzhen stood on a hill overlooking the village. He gazed at the mountains, their peaks kissed by the golden light, and felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. From pain to peace, his life had been a journey, and the mountains that once seemed insurmountable had become the stepping stones to his enlightenment. Shenzhen's story became a testament to the transformative power of Zen. He had learned that suffering was a universal experience, but it was also a path to understanding, compassion, and, ultimately, peace. He had turned his pain into a wellspring of wisdom, and in doing so, he had found the true meaning of a Zen life.